On next spot, Green Bay Packers at Baltimore Ravens is next. Let me just move this over here. And sorry, so many pages open. I apologize. All right. Let's go to work here. Packers 10-3, 4-3 in the road. Ravens 8-5, 5-1 at home at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. 44 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 7 miles per hour. Packers opening up at -4.5. That's where they stand now, and this total sitting at 43.5. When we go over to the cash flow in this spot, we have 3,139 tickets in, 83% of the tickets, 89% of the cash on the Packers, 86% of the tickets on the over, and not very 4.5 points doesn't sound like much. It also sounds like Lamar Jackson will be starting at quarterback for the Ravens. The market sitting at 4.5. Packers coming off a wild 45-30 win at home over Chicago on Sunday night. Aaron Rodgers 29-37 for 341 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He has 61 career touchdown passes against the Bears. That's the most all time against Chicago. That's one more than Brett Favre. Packers are 23-5 against the Bears in games Rodgers has started. Rodgers played through a broken toe that has limited his practice time over the last month. He says it feels worse. I don't know what kind of setback I had tonight, but we'll look at it tomorrow.
Definitely he's faking.
Back tonight. He is. It's so funny. I can't. So he's 23-5 against the Bears in games that he started. Because my friend Sonny and I, and you know Sonny well too, we were in Vegas with our girlfriends, and we had the Monday nighter, Bears Packers, and Packers were big favorites. And I was like, trying to figure out for weeks, like, how do we make money off this game? And we made a big bet, and we said we'd take the girls to the Gordon Ramsay fucking restaurant if the bet cashed, and it was the over. We took the over, and on the third play of the game, Aaron Rodgers broke his shoulder, and we took him to Outback for a fucking onion loaf. Devontae Adams caught 10 passes for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. Alan Lazard caught 6 passes for 75 yards and a touchdown. A.J. Dillon ran 15 times for 71 yards. Preston Smith had 2 sacks. The team had 9 quarterback hits. But those were the only sacks. They were from Preston Smith. Rasul Douglas, what a revelation he's been this year. Returned an interception, 55 yards for a touchdown. Chandon Sullivan also had an interception. Right tackle Billy Turner injured his knee in the second quarter, didn't return. Malik Taylor dealt with an abdominal injury. Equanimus St. Brown is in concussion protocol. Dominique Daphne injured his ankle. So he, Aaron Rodgers says he's good to go. It's just pain management, but I'm going to keep playing and probably not practicing. Bakhtiari, we don't know if he's going to play this year. Jair Alexander, they're hoping to get him back. He's going to be at a bare minimum in practice individual drills, so don't expect him in the lineup yet, but soon. Daphne won't. We don't know about Daphne's ankle injury at this point. We don't know about Taylor, Equanimus Brown, or any of those guys that we just talked about. And let's move on to the next spot with the Baltimore Ravens. Coming in off a 24-22 loss that saw 2019 MVP Lamar Jackson leave in the beginning of the second quarter with a low ankle sprain. He's listed as questionable this week, but the market's telling us he's going to play. But Tyler Huntley has been pretty good after he got strip sacked and returned for a score by Myles Garrett. And he did fumble a second time, but he did go 27-38 for 270 yards and a touchdown. He ran 6 times for 45 yards. Mark Andrews caught 11 passes for 115 yards and a touchdown, breaking Baltimore's single-season record for yards receiving by a tight end. That's Todd Heaps, 855 in 2005. Rashad Bateman caught 7 passes for 103 yards. He's rolling right now. Devonta Freeman ran 13 times for 64 yards. The Ravens' offense was 1 for 12 on third down and 3 for 4 on fourth down. So Ravens defense struggled to put any kind of pressure on Baker. 0 sacks, 1 quarterback hit. Anthony Everett had 1 interception for 21 yards. Calais Campbell was hurt in the first quarter, didn't return. He's listed as questionable with a soft tissue injury. Wide receiver Tylan Wallace got hurt in the second quarter with a head injury, and he's in concussion protocol. Cornerback Jimmy Smith, wide receiver Miles Boykin, guard Patrick McCarry, who we didn't think would be out for very long. It's just a hand injury for him. Fullback Patrick Ricard were all inactive list is questionable this week. Center Tristan Colin is being added to the COVID list. And interesting here, linebacker Pernell McPhee is very close to returning from the injured reserve and maybe in the lineup here at home against the Packers. What do you think about this 4.5 point spread, Bebsie?
Listen, I think my lean is probably with Baltimore just for a value purpose alone. I think the Green Bay Packers uh, do win this game. However, my look in this game is going to be the Green Bay Packers team total over, just because I cannot see how they slow down Aaron Rodgers in this Green Bay offense. You have no corners. Aaron Rodgers is going to pick that secondary apart. And then plus you got a good 1-2 punch at running back right now. So I think uh, I think this is a very, very cashable bet. And I don't have a ton of confidence in any other play except for this one.
And Twatty on the same spot. He said, Jesus, Packers team total over 23.5, please and thank you. Packers can run or throw on you. So he's with you on this spot. Let's see what we are dealing with here. Let me just move over because Pinnacle, I imagine, will give us the best line on this. And it's not on the board.
I didn't see a 23.5. I saw a 24.
Yeah, I mean, this is a spot where you. Wow, it's not on the board at Circa either. Not on the board at Pinnacle, not on the board at Circa. It is on the board at Bet365, that team prop at 24.5, heavily juiced to the under. So you have no VIG minus 105, but the 23.5 and 24.5 is a key number. I wonder what book I could find this at. Let me try FanDuel. See if we can. And here we go. A lot of this is locked at FanDuel. The total's locked. Yeah. I wonder. Oh, Twatty got it at Sugar House. So I'm gonna look this up for you, and I'm gonna find a book that's under 24. I'm sure I can find a 23.5, and if there's one at Sugar House, I'll just get that for you. So Sugar House, Bebsie, Packers team total over, and we're looking for a 23.5. He says it's right now at Sugar House. So I'll actually, if you mind, Twatty, what's the juice associated with that? Because then we can just lock it in. That makes a ton of sense to me. I mean, I can't do anything with it now. I don't want that 24.5, even though it's just minus 105 VIG, but that makes sense to me. And what do you think of the Packers as 4.5-point favorites?
Look, I think it's more than possible. Their defense has been somehow still good despite all the injuries. So I do think they have a massive advantage there. I just think, Baltimore's still kind of surprising, even with the injuries. I do have serious question marks about Lamar's ankle and just his playing style on that ankle. So I'm kind of surprised he's back already. But I don't know. I lean Ravens with the points, and that's strictly a value look. But I don't have a strong lean either way.